Hey sportsmen, John Bergsman here from Captain Chuck's in Ludington. We're here with 5 great reports this week, some of the ones you've really been looking for. Burt Lake, Lake St. Clair Marinas, Drummond Island up to Muskong Bay, the Detroit River Marinas and Canals, and we're ending up at Alpena. Stay tuned, 5 awesome reports. This is gonna rock you all ice fishing, right here from Captain Chuck's in Ludington. So, first report of the day. Cody Sims sent me an awesome guest report. And for you guys listening, you may send guest reports in. We pick one every week. Somebody is going to be a guest reporter every week. This one's from Cody up on Burt Lake. He even sent a little pin drop of where he fished, which is really unusual in today's techno world. But tip-ups close to the bottom, Cody tells me, is the ticket. 6 inches to 18 inches off the bottom with a big shiner or blue set. Live hooking them behind the dorsal fin, letting them swim free. Tip-ups is the ticket. Now, if you're in a shack and you want to jig, use a small jigging wrap with a minnow head, and also don't be afraid to run a dead stick with a live hooked blue on a small jigging spoon, like a Luna jig or something like that. That's been very, very good as well. It seems like the active jigging action brings the fish in, but they slide over and club the live swimming dead rod. And that's been very, very prevalent in several of the reports I've seen this year, is that the dead stick outproduces the jigging rod, but I think the jigging rod's bringing them in. So, Burt Lake, still take your time. By the time you guys see this on Wednesday and then go fish this coming weekend, Burt will be a lot safer. It's going to be cold at night all week. I think we're going to have some good ice building, and I think a guy should be able to move around Burt Lake pretty freely, but always check in with the locals and also use your eyes. If there's nobody else out deeper than you with a four-wheeler, you may not want to be the first one to go ahead and give that a whirl. You might want to use some common sense. But Burt Lake is going. We're probably going to have a good month of fishing. Get up there into the Indian River area. Check it out.
White River Tackle's Perch Pounder is the finest 2-hook perch rig in the industry. Its unique fish skin technology, coupled with a soft glow bead, make the Perch Pounder irresistible to fish. Available in a variety of fish-catching colors, simply tip each hook with your favorite live bait and let the fun begin. So whether it's perch, crappie, or bluegill, ask for White River's Perch Pounder by name.
Hey, so we got a guest report again from Ali Bedone. Now he's the chef Ali from The Vast, which is a great little eatery over in the southeast side of Michigan. And guess what? If you're looking to support a local business, my friend Ali and Vast, that's V-A-S-T. Google it, find out, because you're going to have an awesome glass of wine or mixed drink, and you're going to have an unbelievable chef-made dinner and selection of dinners for your trip out. Support those local businesses. But let's get to what you really want, which is Allie's Lake St. Clair Marina report. Anchor Bay Canals and Marina are catching fish. 6 to 10 feet of water. Jigging wraps with a minnow head. Or silver diamond willows, sorry guys, with a red bead or a yellow bead. Allie's also throwing down some Wonder Bread tungsten and plastics, either tipped with spikes or with waxies. As you can see by the picture, hey, he's catching lots of respectable perch, and right now just guys getting out on the ice is all they want. So check out those lakes, those lakeside marinas and cuts and canals, because they're filling up with really nice perch and bluegills, and you're going to be able to have a great time out. Hey, thanks Ali, and we'll see you again with another guest report from Ali, because this dude fishes as good as he cooks.
You know, today's anglers need a ton of battery power to run all the accessories you're running, big electronics, 36-volt trolling motors, and crank up our big engines. I'm Captain Lance Valentine. Let me show you the battery storage of my Kraft Kodiak. In the back, the stern of the boat, we've got a place for 2 batteries, for an accessory battery and a cranking battery, plus an oil tank or a fuel water separator. And underneath the rod locker, we have a spot to put 3 31 series batteries to run our 36-volt trolling motor. Don't be caught short of power. Check out these features and everything else that the Kraft Kodiak has to offer at your local Kraft dealer.
So hey, we're firing it up now all the way across the bridge with Drummond Island up to Muskogee, through the middle grounds and up to Muskogee. Captain John Goebel from Customized Charters right up there on Drummond Island has got trips booking, and he is filling up fast. This is a really hot spot if you love great perch, walleye, whitefish, herring, pike, you name it. This is a really diverse fishery up in Drummond Island. We're going to not only film this here in a week or two, but we're going to show you several different stops from Drummond next year, because this has just got fishing like nobody's business. But right now, John tells us that Scotts Bay, 6 to 10 feet, pike and perch. Tip-ups and rod and hand jigging is working great. So that Scotts Bay, 4 to 10 feet, pike and perch. Minnow heads on the jigging wraps or live minnows on dead sticks, or tip-up set 6 inches off the bottom for those roaming pike and walleye or bigger size perch. That's live swimming shiners and blues. Now you can get your bait right there at Johnson's Sports Shop. Rick Johnson stays open during the ice fishing season right there on Drummond Island to take care of all your outdoor needs. Now, if you're going to fish the middle grounds, John tells us that's 12 to 20 feet, and there's a really good mixed bag of whitefish, herring, perch, walleye. You can catch anything on the middle grounds. So same type of presentations. You're going to be doing either tip-ups, rod and hand jigging. So get up to Drummond Island. That whole area of the St. Mary's River is getting tighter and tighter by the day. Lots of cold temperatures at night. Not an overabundance of snow, which is really the key when you're talking about this area of the state. You need to have not too much snow, and they've got that recipe right now. And now that things are firmed up, we should be able to make an inch a day. Things should be safe for you, but get a hold of John from Customized and get your group out on the water.
Here's our HB TS-100. This is our hybrid tube style rod holder right here. Oval base on it, all aluminum base. We incorporated it in for 2020, just like our cradle, our new hybrid series we're doing. So all heavy duty molded tube. Our squeeze button adjustability right here on the side. We just squeeze this in, adjust it up and down to our different positions, and we can bring it right back inside the boat. Just kind of showing you how it works there. And then give you a lot of different fishing positions out of it, stand it straight up and down. And then on our hybrid cradle and tube styles, our oval base still provides us the 45 degrees of rotation turning, so we can fish in different locations out of there. So our HB TS-100, check it out at Traxstech.com.
Hey, another guest report. This one's from Nick, who's kind of a field reporter at this point. Nick Garantakis. Awesome young fisherman there in the southeast region of Michigan. He spends a lot of time in that Lake St. Clair, Detroit River. And let me tell you what, you can tell we're at Captain Chuck's and it's busy. The phone's even ringing. So he's fishing canals, Detroit River canals with some buddies this weekend. And you can see by the pictures coming through, awesome success. So couple of recipes, couple of tips from Nick. If you find clean water, don't be afraid to shy out to 10, 12 foot of water. It seems like the cleaner the water, the deeper the fish are holding. And when you're in dirty water, so on Sunday he fished dirty water, he had to go to 5 and 6 to get the visibility that he wanted to get the fish to bite. Now, the fish both days were tight to bottom, Nick tells me, and they were on diamond willow spoons with a bead. Now, either a yellow bead or a red bead was very effective. Now, if you're fishing like tungstens and you want to tip them with a plastic, that seems to work good. Nick says a Wonder Bread tungsten's a great first choice. Pair it up with something small, tip it with a waxy, a spike, a mousy, whatever you can get your hands on. That seems to be the ticket. But as you can see by the pictures, Nick and his buddies are whacking really nice perch, and they're getting a bonus walleye here and there. They haven't targeted the gills because Nick loves those perch, but I'm sure Nick will send us a gill report here in the future. But get out there, Detroit River canals and marinas, they're firing, and they're firing good. And with the cold weather we got coming, we might get a month of this good fishing.
Midwest Steel Carports is Michigan's premier steel building manufacturer. We manufacture and install custom steel buildings throughout Michigan. Our engineer-certified steel buildings are fully tailored to fit your every need, and our up to 40-year warranty protects your investment. From residential storage sheds to commercial warehouses, Let our team work with you to find your ideal building. For more information and pricing, visit MidwestSteelCarports.com.
So hey, Captain Steve Hubert from Chum Bucket Charters, he is our soft water guru up there in the Alpena area. Him, Avery, his daughter, Richard, his dad, they've all been out there on the frozen lakes, and they've told me that the fishing for perch and bonus walleyes is going very good in the Alpena region. So we're going to give you several options. All of them are tip-up lakes, guys, just so you know. These are all lakes where catching perch and walleye mixed bag really starts with tip-ups. So that is Long Lake, Grand Lake, and Hubbard Lake. We're thinking right now, maybe not the 100% of the lake, but Hubbard Lake might be available to fish this weekend safely in a lot of the areas of the lake. I'm still going to tell you to use extreme caution because Hubbard can be a treacherous lake. It can have little areas where it has soft spots and thin spots. But there's going to be guys on Hubbard this weekend, and they're going to be whacking big perch and walleye combos. So on those three lakes, Long, Grand, and Hubbard, how do you do it? Well, Steve tells me the ticket is to use tip-ups, to use real lively, bigger size blues, and to get those things pegged close to the bottom. 4, 5, 6 inches up to a foot off the bottom seems to be the ticket. The big perch and the walleye cruise along the bottom looking for bait, and when they see those minnows, it's really hard for them to resist. So it's a tip-up fishery. Now, if you're inside huddled up and warm and you want to hang a dead rod, that's also very, very effective on those three lakes. But right now, it's go time in Alpena. It looks like with the cooling temperatures of February, we're going to have reasonably safe ice in most circumstances. Hey, just a quick word to the wise though, there are still several lakes that are not safe all the way across. Hubbard probably isn't safe 100% of it, but I can tell you Mullet is definitely not safe. Crystal is definitely not safe. Long and Leelanau, I still am waiting for Greg Alsip from up there at Leelanau Narrows to give me the thumbs up, and I have not seen that as of today. But we'll be right back with you. But always check with a local bait store if you want to know the facts. So if you're looking in that Traverse City region, give Greg at Leelanau Narrows Bait Shop a call. Same with here in Ludington at Captain Chuck's. They will always tell you the straight scoop. They don't want to see you on the bottom of the lake with a four-wheeler any more than anybody else. So you can call the store, you can get an update on ice conditions. But right now, Alpena is kicking them out. So hey guys, standing here in Captain Chuck's, and Randy and Scott and the boys, Caleb, everybody wants you to know we've got sales going on ice fishing, right? We've got shacks. You should see a couple go across your screen for sale. The pop-up, the flips, okay? 20% off right now. Well, supplies last, and guess what? When people see this, supplies won't last long. So get in here, grab these shacks while they're discounted. Behind me, you see a huge array of ice fishing equipment. Rods, reels, all the stuff you need. Get your hands on it while you can. It's going to be a good, listen, guys, it's only late January and the cold weather's just now coming. It's like the fish are fooled. The fishing's been good everywhere. So you got a good 5 or even 6 weeks of ice fishing in some of these areas. Get over here, get supplied up. They got bait for you. They got everything you need. Now, a quick tip about this spring. Captain Chuck's, like many of the bait stores we represent, has got a lot of their spring and summer stuff already out on the shelves, trying to get it out there for you. Why do we have that here? Because shipping is still going to be an issue this spring with COVID. Stuff's not going to fill up on the shelves. Stuff's not going to be available like it normally is. So if you need stuff, if you do an inventory of your tackle, and you can see that you're low on soft plastics or crankbaits or Dreamweaver spoons or trolling boards or whatever it is you need, get in, get it now, because the people are going to get barraged in April and May. These supplies are going to get gone, and what's going to happen is their incoming orders are going to have those 2 famous letters nobody wants to see, B-O, back ordered. That's the problem. I've talked to a lot of shops that say what they got in their back rooms is all they got. So they're getting it out on their shelves. Get to a local bait shop, get the stuff you need, be ready for fishing season so you're not left out to dry. And hey, thanks for joining us as always on the Video Fishing Report. Thanks to people like Captain Chuck's and all of our other bait store partners for keeping you, the local angler, up to date on reports and stocked up on everything they need to be successful wherever you fish. We'll see you next week.